now.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Malaysia.
Malaysia. He's with Min and Man. Now we go back. How will ONIC Philippines show damage and display up against Echo? They're really forcing them to build defense early on.
Yeah.
And with the presence of this Natalia, how will they roam freely?
Yeah, this has to be a slower tempoed Echo game this time around. Maybe even like ONIC taking control and then Echo is the one who'll have to turn it around. But ONIC mentioned earlier, especially Nets in the interview, said that the team really worked on ending the game much better compared to week one. They knew that was one of their weaknesses in week one, wherein they couldn't just finish the game that they were dominating. Let's see that if they really were able to fix that if ever they take the lead in this game number 3.
This is, again, a game where, you know, a lot of this, especially early on to mid-game, the transition is going to be on Kekadut here, but in a different, kind of like in a different flavor with this pick. The fact that he is going to be just hunting for those assassination kills. I mean, even like this, poking Yaoi down, he's rolling with the execute too. So ONIC Philippines, we're talking about momentum, and that's what we want to see from them. Kekadut's the guy to do it for them in this game.
Yeah. Although from Kekadut's last performance as a Natalia, he is a more defensive Natalia in the sense that similar to like what Lancelot's do and what Marksman do, he waits. He's like the finisher. He's the guy who, if ever there's anyone low, I'm going to make sure I get the kill on him. But his aggressive maneuver is more on just providing vision.
Yeah, just like this. Spots Yaoi.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and poke Yaoi down. He's also pretty much got the vision as well, so that is going to play in part for ONIC Philippines. Now, especially as this leads into this first turtle take, you can see priority people getting that level 4 available as well. Sanford going to already start poking Sensui back here, actually quite a bit.
Oh, man.
And he flickers in,
Whoa.
looking for the kill. He can't get him. Sanford punished here. Should have been a kill in his hands. But on the other side, look at Kekadut. He's going to be looking for Carl Teasy. Finds him, and that's 2 kills for ONIC Philippines, but Echo finds one themselves. Turtle still up.
Woo, I like this scrappy, a very scrappy start of this game. And that was a good call for ONIC to immediately dive a Yaoi and Carl Teasy because Sanford, they knew that if ever he completed that kill onto Sensui, ONIC needed to trade and get something back, and they got it. But this first turtle will go into the hands of Echo.
Oh, now it's open. ONIC did want to have a contest against this turtle now. So they're evening the trade here. No response. It's just early game power spikes for ONIC that they're really utilizing up against Echo. Oh, look at how Kekadut is aggressively rotating here.
That's what you call the bob and weave right there.
Yeah.
Super Prince.
Weaving.
Able to be okay there, but that's what I wanted to point out too. The fact that Super Prince did get that early kill, has the mystery shop here with this Eve pick. You know he's going to be able to do a lot already with that early kill, right? And yes, it's a minor gold lead that they have, but right now ONIC Philippines in a good position already starting for this game 3. Kekadut especially doing exactly what he needs to do on the Natalia.
Yeah. We also have to watch out what Super Prince will be prioritizing as his first item. As the Eve, will he go for the Enchanted Talisman, the Ice Queen wand maybe, a more aggressive option in going for the Glowing wand so that he gets that increased magic damage per hit of his abilities? We'll see once the items are up later on.
Yeah, it's buy time for Echo as you're trying to, well, see the possibility against ONIC, because if you're going up against the defense or even the spike now of ONIC, it's deadly. So now you're poking it down.
Oh, Sensui! Just can't escape that last feathered airstrike. He's going to fall here, so that's a kill for Echo. Still going to be looking for more. It's in trouble. Oh, Yaoi goes in with a flicker. Fatal links. And that, just like that, 2 down here, but still Super Prince poking back. A nice little play there for Echo, and they take the gold lead that ONIC Philippines had, and they get rid of it just like that.
Good respect there by Echo on the entry there by Yaoi. 18 seconds until the next turtle spawns. Echo are not going to push that into an advantage. Let's see where their next play will take them. Will it be the turtle? Will it be topside? Right now, all roads are pointing to the turtle pit as Echo, Benny Cutie already building up his first item with the Corrosion Scythe already on the hands of the carry.
Slowly getting those hits right into the hearts of members of ONIC Philippines. Will
that's deep.
Yeah.
Well, half health here for the turtle. Ryota with the Black Dragon form, who's going to be able to get the retribution off. It's Sensui. So they secure the objective. And it's a good call from ONIC Philippines. They back off here. A lot of focus on Benny. Cutie, they get the flicker out.
Oh, no casualty. But that's ONIC winning that hurdle.
Yeah, so they're still going to be putting pressure here, trying to get that turret. They don't get it just yet. Carl TZ here joining with Sanji and Yawi. They got to be careful. Bottom side as well. The 2 versus 1. They're still going in for the action. Yawi under the turret with the fatal links. 2 fall for ONIC Philippines top side. And now it's Echo looking to press the situation on this tier 1. And that's another that falls top lane.
Man, being an Echo fan right now, and that reaction of Renmar felt like I'm jumping in a swimming pool, but that's just how Yawi did it.
Man, you gotta blame the cameraman. That was like the perfectly timed switch to that. Like the moment the camera shifted up top lane, the first thing we see is that Fatal Link setup. That was dramatic and cinematic all rolled into one. Now looking at the items, it is the Enchanted Talisman, the Super Frieza built first Forest Eve, but right now it's a bigger lead for Sanji's Farsa. Actually getting the steel leg plates and the warrior boots as well, so that he survives a little bit more of the physical damage coming out of Ryota and Kekadut. More importantly, what we thought would be a quicker snowballing scale by ONIC has turned into an Echo control game. And I have to mention here the play that ONIC tried to go for earlier. We call it the second turtle trade. Or the 5-minute trade, wherein instead of going for the second turtle or whatever the objective is up at the 5th minute, what you go for is a push into the gold lane. That's what they did to Benny Cutie to force out his flicker and actually almost taking down his tower. Echo, though, what teams usually do is after that trade attempt, you go for the counter engage and counter punish, which Echo eventually did, taking down the tower up top and getting that highlight play from Yawi there as well.
Oh, Echo really done their homework this time against ONIC. Now, in just a span of time, going back from game number 2, this is how they completely reset. Echo setting up the borderline here. No contest at all for ONIC Philippines. Respecting the setup right now of Echo. Buying time for mid-game. They need the defense. Setup here is really showing out for Yawi.
This is a scary position to be in, right? Especially when you know there's an Atlas across from you here.
I know.
Yawi's going to get the vision he needs and looking for more mid-lane action here. Ryota using the Black Dragon form. Can they look for what they want? What the heck? Again! And they're still going to be looking to punish them, but it's Yawi that falls here. No one from ONIC Philippines going down. They're able to survive that despite that fatal links from Yawi.
That was a beautiful initiation by Yawi, but ONIC, what a response to hold on, not lose their cool. They didn't even need to expend flickers on Super Prince and Nets there. Great response there by ONIC to not lose it.
I say they were expecting it. They were waiting for Yawi to make the move, and they had the chance to sustain the damage. So possibly right now, Echo is not, the damage is not yet enough to go up against ONIC Philippines.
Yeah. The crucial thing there also was the silence coming in from Kekadut's Natalia. He was able to come in just at the right time. Echo knew actually that he was going to show up behind them because Yawi got the info right before he set things up, but they still couldn't avoid the silence.
Oh, they're still going to be going at it. Sanji's in trouble, gets taken down. And now Benny Cutie trying to fire back here, looking to get a kill, gets Sensui. So it's a 1-for-1 so far. Ryota's still going at it. And they back off for now. Another stalemate mid lane. One member for each team down, and we're only 25 seconds away from the first Lord.
Ooh, what an exciting match these two are showing. ONIC utilizing their Natalia and Karina together to prioritize taking down Sanji, which is honestly a great call. Again, that's their only source of magic damage right now. However, the carry is still something they have to watch out for here because that not only is that physical damage, that's true damage as well. You can't build items against true damage.
You can, and this forces out 2 members of ONIC to build additional defense if they want to get soaked up for damage. But Sensui here is looking for a chance to steal this. Are they looking for a borderline here? Are they looking for an opening?
1/4 health here.
Wow.
They're going to secure it with Carl TZ. Yawi going to pull him in and looking for Sensui. They find him. Keep an eye on Kekadut. He was looking for an angle backside, but not going to commit to it. Lord secured for Echo.
Fantastic positioning there by Sanford and Yawi to place themselves in an area where Sensui just could not get past. The stun coming in from the dual-handed sword form of Sanford, as well as Yawi being there. Great call for Echo to not only block Sensui from coming in, but actually even get the kill onto him.
Oh, They have eyes. They smell Kakadut from a mile away, and they don't want that to happen. Now they approach mid-game. They're building up items. They're building up damage. They want to go up against the team fighting capability of ONIC. If they take Kakadut first and be aware on where his positioning is, that gives him an avenue of bouncing back. So now probably they would want to clear this lane because they know somewhere around this map, someone is probably getting information out of Echo.
Kakadu pretty much has one job at this point in the game, and that's to, well, actually two, give vision and look for Benny Cutie. And now Yaoi again with the fatal links, looking for Sensui. They do find him. There's Kakadu. Can he get the target? He finds him. Benny Cutie's gonna fall here, and Sanford taking him out. They're still going. Nets now looking to help out here. Already used the torn apart memory. It's gone. Can they win this fight here? Super Prince healthy, looking for Teasy. Gets him down. So they find two. ONIC Philippines holding on. It's a 2-for-2 trade.
Fantastic positioning by Nets and Super Friends in the last couple of engagements that we saw, but great entries. Oh, look at, Saji couldn't get it onto Nets. But speaking of, Kakadut, Ryota, and Sensui's entries together have been the bane of Echo's existence in the last couple of engagements, especially that last one there, where they really are hunting down either Benny or Sanji. If they can't get Sanji, they'll get Benny. If they can't get Benny, they'll get Sanji. They know that if they take at least one of them down, their chances of winning a team fight will increase considerably. So I like the focus that ONIC is putting into here. Now Echo, I'd want to see a little bit more caution from there, because even though, yes, they have the tools, they really need to watch out for those synchronized entries by ONIC, because that's been punishing Sanji and Benny.
Oh, they need to look out for that. The late game answer of ONIC Philippines is still on the table, up against the world champs, Echo. Now, for lane clearing and vision, they would really want to do it up against Echo's possible split.
Yeah. Now, the members of Echo need to watch out for the fact that there is already a Malefic Roar on the hands of Kakadut's Natalia. Nets, on the other hand, I believe he's on the way to building a Haas Claws if he wants a little bit more sustainability. But he does have the Heptasis, the Malefic Roar, and the Wind of Nature as well. So they really need to maximize on protecting Sanji, making sure he stays alive so that he can deal the damage onto Nets.
Oh, what's the safety? What's the safety line here if you're Echo?
Oh, look at Dude. Look at Dude.
You say Ryota's life steal early is really strong.
Well, hopefully, you don't want to see ONIC Philippines just give this one up. Sensui in position here. Going to be looking for that retribution.
Does
still
they
if
know?
he can get it.
Does Yaoi
already using the conceal, trying to get information as well. Ryota with the Black Dragon form, going to push them back. Lord still 1/4 health here. Do they commit to it? There's Sanford jumping in, still going to be going. Kakadu going to take the damage. Yaoi flickers in. They take out Kakadu. And they're still going to be working on it. Lord still up as well. Juggled around. And it's Sensui that's able to secure it. Looking for more. Ryota now quite low here. Going to be able to get away. Echo still on the hunt.
Legion.
Oh, Ryota. It's a 3 versus 1. 4 versus 1. He falls. But ONIC Philippines securing the Lord.
One of the best qualities of Sensui that is usually flown under the radar, not mentioned, is his ability to win retribution battles. That's one of the key reasons as to why ONIC performed the way they did in the MPL Philippines Season 10 regular season. When all else fails, count and Sensui to win their retri battles.
Practice, mastery, that's ONIC Philippines Sensui. Now he's up against a world champ, 2-time world champion, Carl Teasy, and you get the chance in saying, hey, I can take this myself, I can do it myself. This is a complete showdown that they can make this happen, that they can be up against the world champs.
Yeah, Sensui's just trading it like a normal day.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's still a
all of
normal
their
day.
Days.
Yeah.
What day is it? It's a normal day.
It's Saturday, but call it normal day for ONIC Philippines.
Every day is normal day.
Every day is normal day. I'm going to say it as well.
Yeah. And again, thank you, Nets, for giving us that soundbite that we will use the entire season now for ONIC.
It's a normal day.
I love that mentality. Again, don't put so much pressure on yourself.
Especially when you're going against a team like Echo, right?
For me, that helps.
Yeah,
that helped them.
It does. And you see them right now. They forced that game number 3. They're playing well in this game number 3. And Echo actually are the ones with their backs on the wall, despite them having a tower lead. it's more a red side map color that we're seeing right now.
Well, I feel like that's also just partly because when you have a Natalia across from you, even if you have that tower advantage, you never know, right? You never know exactly where Kekadu's going to be here on this Natalia, and that's always a threat. So that's why we actually see Echo being, in a way, quite defensive here.
Well, you're correct, and at the same time, it plays with your mind so much heading into the ultra late game. Because if they want to have a pickoff against ONIC, they would either go full or 3-man dive or 5-man dive. But if they try to even isolate one from ONIC Philippines, that could mean something for them to have a push.
Yeah, and we also have to point out here the disparity in gold. It's an almost 2,000 gold lead for Sanford's Lapu-Lapu over Ryota's Yuzong. However, in terms of their impact in the game, it's still pretty similar. Despite Sanford building himself a Hunter Strike and a Bloodlust Axe, it seems like with what Ryota can do in terms of disrupting Sanji's Farsa, it doesn't feel like there's a 2K gold lead between Sanford and Ryota.
Not at all, Renmar, not at all. So it's more likely, it boils down to mechanics, execution.
Yep.
Now this enhanced Lord can completely turn things around. How will they be able to isolate members of ONIC Philippines right now? It's a threat right now for the Orcas.
Well, look what they're doing, right? Yaoi's parked in that bush there. And right now, we're just going to have to wait to see how this Lord dance basically commences, because right now, both junglers here just trying to get that advantage of the space here, keeping it in the middle, actually. You can see just how careful everybody is. I mean, even Sanji parking into the base to use that flare to pretty much spot out here if they can, but also the longer they wait here, it gets a little bit more scary for Echo, actually, especially with Super Friends just picking up that Divine Glaive.
Yeah.
It's a Lord dance.
Can Sensui do it again? He did in Season 10, one of the most amazing plays I saw in my entire time of casting, leaving the shadow of the Karina ultimate to go back to it just like a Hayabusa and get the retribution.
Will we see that?
Will we see that again? But right now we see Echo pulling their signature play for the Lord push.
There's the conceal. Yaoi looking for his own angle. He can't catch anyone that he was looking for. Backside though, Kekadu does find Sanji. They lose a massive amount of firepower, and they're still going to be going. It's Sensui again!
Steal!
How does he do it? Taking it from the hands of Carl Teasy.
I was feeling something. I thought Benikyu was waiting for something good to happen, but that Sanji being bursted down turned things around.
They committed everything to taking down that Farsa. And Sensui, calm and cool, winning another retribution battle against Carl Teasy. He's in Zen mode right now. Call him Zensui.
Yeah, talking about Zen and peace. A Karina for ONIC Philippines. No sweat. I can do a retry battle up against Carl Teasy. That's confidence. Pure confidence on a normal day.
It's a normal day.
Again. We're going to say it over and over again. This is something normal for ONIC Philippines. Everything's normal.
Well, right now, they want to end this series here, right? They're in good position to do it, too.
Oh, no.
And then if they win this series, giving Echo that loss, that's going to allow them to pretty much celebrate their normal day here. So right now, they are going to have to defend if you're Echo. This Lord taking down that inhibitor turret. The base cracked open here, top side. ONIC Philippines still going to be working on this tier 2 in the mid lane, knocking on the door of Echo.
I say it's not the end for Echo. They have the Atlas. Yaoi has the flicker, the comeback play, the setup play is still there, so they could actually respect that if you're ONIC Philippines. But how do you get out of the base? The presence of Kekadu right now is threatening by the minute.
Yeah, Echo are going to have to play this more defensively, counter-punch style like what ONIC have been doing. Because looking at the lineup of Echo, they do have a lineup that's built very well for defending sieges and turning the game around from that scenario. Because when you're defending from the base and you're Sanji, there are less angles you have to worry about where Kekadu could potentially come from. The main thing you just have to worry about is that big dragon flying straight in your face.
You don't want that drop right in front of you. If you have Petrified, that could be the end if you're bursting down firepower.
Can you, I mean, okay, we're seeing player gold now, but did you see the total damage, just how low Benikyu is on the total damage? I think he was second to last or third to last on total damage.
That low?
Yeah.
That's how much of a struggle Benny Cutie is having here in this game.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Teams are so used to going up against a carry, and after the display of this hero in the M4 World Championship, and, well, even in the MWI that we saw recently before MPL Philippines started,
Yep.
Teams have studied this hero so closely that they know what they can do in-game to minimize its impact. And that's what they're doing right now to Benny QT. And again, that's kudos to ONIC for understanding what they need to do.
Yeah, they're not afraid. So now if you're Echo, you need that extra damage. You need that extra burst. If you want to have a team fighting capability, you need to have that all in check. But how would you go up against ONIC, remaining unpredictable, seeing avenues?
Oh, man.
You're getting close.
Talk about a game of chicken. That was a game of chicken right there. But both of them didn't go for the kiss.
No.
Man, that could have been deadly. For
I felt the crowd right in my back.
Yeah.
I like how Kekadude walked up to that bush and said, no thanks. No
Yeah.
thank you. I don't want to
Not
check.
gonna happen. No, right? I mean, at this point in the game, Kakadu knows that people will be hunting for him, and if they're playing the bush game, you know, that's kind of expected at this point. So now we find ourselves again in this situation for the fourth Lord of the game, even more crucial than ever. Everybody take a look at all the positioning
Look at that.
on both sides.
I love this. Scattered
gonna
presence, no one committing, no team committing all of it into the Lord. Multiple options for both sides, either for split push, sandwich. So many things that we can see, so many possibilities in the next few minutes.
Yeah, a lot of things. ONIC Philippines is spreading Echo too thinly with all of the problems. Minions pushing,
Just
Lord,
Just like a sandwich lacking filling.
correct. How do you even eat that on breakfast?
It's mostly bread.
Yeah.
Well-
That's a sad day to imagine. I don't want to have that on my breakfast, but if ONIC wants it,
There's
who will
they-
get this Lord?
Both teams want this one. Lord at 1/4 the health away. Retribution
Oh!
secured by Carl Teasy. And now Kakadu looking for the kill. Sanji with a feathered airstrike. The artillery's there. And they're going to get trapped here a little bit by Super Prince. They've got to call it off. Look at that, Echo. They get the one that counts to keep them in the game here.
Woo!
Echo with the Lord.
The one that counts. You can win many retribution battles throughout a game, but whoever wins the one that counts will find the turnaround. And now, just as Echo we thought was completely threatened and forced to play defensive, Carl Teasy, the two-time world champion, got the one that counts.
The most important part of a possible comeback of Echo is now lighting up. But they're not out of the woods yet. It's
Not
ONIC
yet.
Philippines still holding through the last line of defense. They're pressuring up top, but can they push forward in the base?
Here comes Yawi. They're going to be looking for anything they can. Ryota with the Black Dragon form. Kekadu has his eyes set on the target. Can't get it. Gets fatal linked and falls. Sanji with the kill. And now it's Echo looking to end the series. Echo loud and proud. The base is going down. And in a valiant game, Echo comes out on top 2-1.
Louder and prouder, escaping defeat. Echo keep their undefeated series streak alive, but they went up against a team who said on this normal day, we will show that gods can bleed. What an effort by this team on your screen right now, ONIC PH. But again, Echo stands louder and prouder.
We've just seen Dawn of Justice, the only team to make Echo bleed. With this, they have the chance to learn, and this is up against the world champs, the only team who made it through and getting a point in this tiebreaker game.
Yeah, they deserve it. The round of applause from the audience for them. They know just how crucial of a series that was in terms of, morale for ONIC Philippines especially. And the fact that they, honestly,